Robert, before the break, we were talking about special needs trust, and we were talking about, let's just call him Abel. That's our person here. Abel has inherited money, but Abel's also on Medicaid and Social Security disability. So if he were to inherit money, which he did, let's say $100,000, that would disqualify him from disability and Medicaid. But there's a way around that.
Correct, because that would put Abel over asset limits because there's only allowed $2,000 in countable assets, so he would be way over. He would lose his benefits. So in actuality, what we're doing, we're creating a trust. The $100,000 gets deposited in the trust, so Abel never has access to that money. The trustee then has the discretion to use that money for Abel in any capacity for his care. If he wants to take him somewhere, buy him things, a new computer, TV, it all works out. The trustee just has to pay the vendor directly. He cannot give Abel cash.
And so this is a situation where Abel inherited money from his long lost aunt. The long lost aunt didn't know that Abel was on disability and Social Security. And so this $100,000 goes into the special needs trust. And what happens when Abel passes away?
So when Abel passes away, Medicaid will be the first beneficiary. They will get a chance of recovery. But if the money is no longer in the account, in the trust account, let's say it was all spent down, they absolutely get nothing. So once Medicaid, let's say there's $25,000 left, and Medicaid had a claim for 10. 10 comes out of it. The remaining would go to Abel's beneficiaries, just like in a regular trust or will.
Okay. So that's a situation where the money literally belonged to Abel. Let's talk about a different situation. So, say some parents come to us and they've got a son named Charlie, and Charlie is on disability, Social Security, Medicaid, and the parents want to want to leave some of their wealth to their son Charlie when they pass away. We're also now talking about a special needs trust.
Different kind of special needs trust. So what we're talking about before, in theory, is called a first party special needs trust. The special needs trust you're talking about becomes a third party where someone is setting the trust up for them, knowing that they have a disability. And in that case, Medicaid does not have to be the beneficiary for recovery because it was set up prior to that.
So that's what I didn't know what the terms were. They're first party and third party.
Yes.
So if the parents want to leave money to their son Charlie, who's on disability, Social Security, Medicaid, they can put this money into this third-party special needs trust. And what would the trustee be using that money for how would the trustee spend that money for Charlie's benefit?
Pretty much the same way for his care. And it's not meant to take the place of the benefits that he's receiving, but it's used to supplement it. So if he's on Medicaid, most people assume like in our world, skilled nursing, but a lot of time they're on community-based Medicaid. And so they're basically living their regular life, but with, some benefits. So if they wanted clothes or they needed a new computer for school or TV, they certainly could do that. Anything that enhances that person's life.
If Charlie was living at home with mom and dad, could the parents leave the home into this third-party special needs trust?
They could, because for Medicaid, the house is not a countable asset anyway.
Okay. So all great tools for people who are on Social Security, disability, Medicaid. And do you know, sometimes I get those terms confused that somebody may be on Social Security, disability, but does that always mean they're Medicaid qualified?
Not all the time. Usually once they get SSDI, they then can qualify for Medicare, because prior to the age of 65, they'll go on Medicare. And then some of those will then convert to Medicaid.